it was amazing. I basically met my legends, my heroes. I met Buffon. I was sitting in the same suite as Maldini, Cannavaro. You know what I mean? Like those are all people that I looked up to my whole life, and it was amazing.
Were you able to ask some questions?
Yeah, I talked a lot to Maldini because we have me and his son. We have a friend in common.
Okay.
And I asked him a couple questions about AC Milan's career. AC Milan's my team, so
there you go.
We had a pretty good conversation, so it was good.
Great.
Yannick, I wondered what is the team mood after the game the other day? Tata was quite grumpy after that game, but I felt that the team, that there was a lack of desire and all these things that they said this in the press conference. I'm just wondering what the mood has been. Has there been do you see an extra fire? I don't know. What's been the mood the last couple of goals out here?
Yeah, well, obviously, we're all disappointed. It was a bad loss, but we know that it can't affect us for the next game. We got to move on, and especially with the next game that we have, Champions Cup as well coming up. We know that we got to focus, one game at a time, and especially move on from that bad loss.
Yeah, sometimes there's what they call a trap game where you have a big game coming up, Champions Cup next week, but then Saturday first you have an MLS game, and it happens to be against one of the teams that has a weaker record right now.
Yeah.
Is there a danger of overlooking the Saturday game with everyone's minds on next week's game?
I don't think so. We're obviously we're focused one session at a time, one game at a time. We know that before the Champions Cup game that is New York, so our efforts will go 100% towards New York, and then we'll think about the Champions Cup game.
The team announced your first team contract. What does that, when we haven't spoken to you, what does that mean for your career, for your development?
Yeah, it was, for me personally, it was a big accomplishment. Like I said in the interview, I've always wanted to be a professional soccer player or football player, like somebody is saying. And seeing all my sacrifices, repaid. This is just the beginning. I think this is a starting point, and work just started, and I'll try my best to reach the highest level possible. But yeah, as of now, it feels amazing.
How is your family feel? Your parents?
Yeah.
I guess everyone must be happy, right?
Yeah, everyone is very, very happy. They would have been happier if they were here with me, but Italy, USA is kind of like a long trip, and they got their lives going on, and they couldn't be here unfortunately, but they'll come here.
How has that been for you? Because we know you played in college, you left Italy, you left your parents. We were talking to Sunderland, he also left his parents very early. How has that experience been for you?
It's not easy in the beginning. Leaving your parents, living your comfortable life, and basically going out basically alone into the world is a very, very tough experience. But if you can pass that, it helps you grow a lot, and that's I think what the case was for me. I consider myself very lucky that I went to New Hampshire, and I found a family there that could have helped me, and that does a lot, especially to foreign people.
How about the decision to choose college versus just staying in Europe and playing an academy or playing some lower tier team? What was that decision? Why did you take the decision to go the college route?
So I was playing in 4th division back home, and it's really hard to make it, especially for 18 years old, from 4th division to whatever your dream is, 3rd division, or even stuff like that. And so at that point, I think I made the rational decision to focus on school as well, and I think college was the perfect balance in between school and soccer, and I decided to open that train right away, and thankfully it worked out for me. There's other people that get out of college, don't get drafted, but they end up with a degree, and I think that's what the best part is. You know what I mean? It's like I have a degree right now, so.
What did you major in? What's your degree?
Finance.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm a finance major.
So you know what to do with that contract that you just signed. You know how to
Pretty
invest
smart.
your money?
Yeah, I'm pretty smart with money. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, after hopefully my long career, I'll have something lined up.
So we saw a little bit of you in preseason. How was that for you? I mean, it's very early. You go out there, long trip, and you get to perform. I mean, what was that like for you?
It was. I'm not gonna lie. I was really nervous. Playing with all these legends is never easy. But I think what people look at the most is, how you approach training every day, how you approach games, your personality. So I always try to be, smiling around everybody, kind of friendly with everybody. But at the same time, when I'm on the field, I gotta fight for what I want, and that was my mindset throughout basically all my time here. It's all fun and games until I gotta fight for what I want. So
right,
that's how I approach every game.
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah. Sometimes players need to adjust, to find a place in a team, and especially here, you really have to find a way to get some minutes, right? I want to know, what's your ideal position? Where do you like to play, and how do you fit with this team and what Tata wants to do?
So I would say my primary position is holding midfielder. I know it's a pretty filled spot right now.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of great players that I try to emulate, and I hope to emulate one day. I grew up watching Sergio's game, you know what I mean? So for me, it's a dream, but at the same time, like I said earlier, I gotta fight for my spot. Maybe not now, but in the future. And I think for what Tata wants, Tata wants people that want to compete. So I think if I'm not going to play right now, I think my role right now is to compete. You know what I mean? And when I get called up, to give everything I have and just to fight for the team, for the jersey.
When the draft was going on, you finally were drafted by this team. What went through your mind right away when you're thinking, I am going to be the teammate of Lionel Messi, Busquets, Alba?
Yeah. Well, I was with my, well, obviously it wasn't my family. That was only the people from my school, and I can tell you right now, there's a lot that goes on in your mind. There's excitement. You're nervous. There's also fear. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of emotions that going through your mind, and but when I realized after probably 2 weeks that I was gonna play with these guys, I couldn't wait to get started. You know what I mean? It was my dream. It was my idol. It's my hero. You know what I mean? I grew up watching him, and my favorite player of all time, and is the best player of all time. So in my mind, I just couldn't wait to get started.
And was it what you thought? I mean, your perceptions of playing alongside him, how is that realized?
It's probably better than what I thought. It was always an emotion when he touches the ball, whatever he does, and just witnessing like close range, the best players ever played the game, wearing my same jersey, being my teammate. So it's just a big emotion.